Changing our mind. When? Changing our mind when faith meets compassion. Part 1. Introduction. A revolution from within. Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever believed in something with absolute certainty for your entire life, only to wake up one day and realize you needed to change everything for the sake of a higher value? Have you ever had the courage to admit publicly that you were wrong? Today, we are exploring a book that sent shockwaves through the religious world. Changing Our Mind by David P. Gushee. Dr. Gushee isn't just any author. He is one of the world's leading Christian ethicists and a giant in the evangelical community. For decades, he upheld traditional views. But in this courageous work, he stands up to apologize and calls for a total transformation in how the church views the LGBTQ community. Why would a man at the peak of his career risk everything to change his stance? How did his journey happen? Let's spend the next few minutes decoding this masterclass in intellectual integrity and human compassion. Part 2. The context and the heartbreaking reality. David Gushee doesn't start his book with dry, abstract theories. He starts with real human beings and the visible scars left by exclusion. The institutional failure. Gushee points out a tragic reality. For decades, strict dogmas have unintentionally pushed LGBTQ individuals into states of isolation, depression, and even despair. He analyzes the fruits of the Spirit, or rather, the lack thereof, in a system that causes more harm than healing. He asks a piercing ethical question. If a doctrine consistently produces suffering, is it truly reflective of a God of love? The quiet presence. He acknowledges a truth that many institutions try to ignore. LGBTQ Christians are already here. They are in the pews. They have deep, vibrant faith. And they are serving the community. Yet, they have been forced to suffer in silence within their own spiritual homes. Gushee argues that the first step to changing our minds is simply opening our eyes to the people standing right next to us. Part 3. The journey of rewiring the mind. The book dives deep into the how of Gushee's transformation. He breaks it down into 3 essential pillars. 1. A deeper biblical study. Gushee doesn't reject the Bible. He honors it by looking deeper. He places ancient verses into their proper historical and cultural contexts. He argues that instead of using clobber passages to exclude people, we should look at the great commands of mercy and love as the ultimate interpretive lens. He shifts the focus from legalism to the spirit of the law. 2. The power of encounter. This is the most relatable part of the journey. Gushee's heart was changed through listening. By sitting down with those who had been hurt by his previous teachings, he realized that ethics cannot be separated from real life. He moved from talking about a group of people to walking with them. 3. The concept of covenant. Gushee proposes a beautiful shift in thinking. He suggests that we should measure the morality of a relationship not by its traditional shape, but by its covenantal quality, its commitment to loyalty, holiness, and sacrificial love. He argues that a faithful, loving relationship is a blessing, regardless of the individuals involved. Part 4. The impact and intellectual courage. Why does changing our mind matter, even if you aren't religious? Intellectual integrity. Gushee knew that by writing this book, he would face intense criticism, loss of friendships, and professional boycotts. He did it anyway. This is a profound lesson in character. It teaches us that being right with your conscience is more important than being accepted by the crowd. The message of radical inclusion. The book calls for a society and a church where everyone is welcomed and respected for their inherent human dignity. It is a blueprint for how to bridge the divide between conservative traditions and modern social progress. A pastoral voice. Gushee doesn't use his pen as a sword to attack his former colleagues. He uses it as a bridge. His tone is humble, gentle, and pastoral. He invites the reader into a conversation rather than an argument, making it one of the most effective tools for social change in the religious landscape today. Part 5. Conclusion. Change is an act of love. Changing our mind is a powerful reminder that our beliefs should not be a fixed, dead stone. Instead, faith and personal growth should be like a moving river, always flowing toward greater kindness and deeper truth. Thank you for joining me for this review of a truly courageous book. How do you handle it when you encounter a truth that challenges your longest held beliefs? Have you ever had a changing our mind moment in your own life? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to join us for more deep dives into the books that challenge the way we see the world. Until next time, keep your heart open, your mind curious, and remember, changing your mind for the sake of love is never a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate sign of strength. Goodbye.